Sisters from the Frat House with a What's Your Why Not for you today. This is another one about finding your why not. If you're totally unsure, if you just kind of have that feeling like you're not doing what you're meant to be doing, or what you're doing you're not finding fulfilling or satisfying, or if you can think of tons of things you want to do and you're having a hard time narrowing it down to one thing to focus on right now. And like I said, most of us have more than one why not, right? Most of us have more than one thing that we really want to do or that we really feel we're wired to do, okay? I found something online that will help you regardless of which of those kind of camps you're in, okay? So here comes Liam. If you need to be careful, if you need to narrow down a bunch of options and kind of focus on one at a time and kind of chip away at one and then move on to another one, you gonna bring the step stool and stand with me? Of course you are. This is how we record now. Things have definitely changed since Liam generally doesn't take a nap during the day anymore. So I'm sure you guys have noticed. So whether you have a ton of kind of options and opportunities and you're not sure what direction to go, to focus on one and get it done and then move on to the next one and so on and so forth, or if you have no clue, if you have absolutely no clue and you just kind of feel like you're treading water. Oh, I had that feeling for a long time. I still struggle with that feeling. And as a complete sidebar, while we're playing with the step stool here, I do sometimes want to, when I start the interviews, I think I might, maybe as an introduction to show you guys how the interviews might work and kind of to show the people who have agreed to do the interviews, what I intend to kind of achieve, basically, so they can see where I'm coming from. I'm going to tell you my story. So because I was in that camp for a long time where I was just kind of treading water and floundering, and treading water will keep you from drowning, but you don't get anywhere. So hi baby, Liam still doesn't feel well. So I wanted to show you this. It is from Unstuck. It's called a purpose practice sheet, and I will, maybe we won't flip the camera around today. Hi baby. I don't know if I'm gonna flip the camera around or not because he's really not feeling well. It feels like your fever went down. Nice hair, bud. There is a website called Unstuck.com, and they have a ton of resources. If you're trying to make a decision and you feel stuck, you can go to Unstuck. They have an app that you can put on your phone that kind of walks you through you answer different questions, and it kind of guides, your options. This sheet, I found they do an email like newsletter basically, and this was one of the emails they sent. I was going to turn this around and show you guys, but I don't know if that's going to happen, so we're going to kind of wing it here, okay? But here is, it kind of walks you through. Sorry, I'm still getting used to it being opposite. I don't think I'm ever going to get used to it. So whether you're unsure of which option to choose as far as pursuing something, or if you have no clue what to do, the first thing it has you do is pinpoint your values, okay? So it walks you through questions, and these questions come from the book or from a set called Life Reimagined. When I went through this, I really took my time with it. I took a couple of days to walk through this. The questions in number one, pinpointing your values, are, what motivates me to get up in the morning? What am I doing when I'm at my best? Why do I long for what I long for? Why do I admire whom I admire? When am I happy? Those kinds of questions, okay? And there are 12 of them, and just that part I spent a really long time on. So if you do this, take your time, print it out, tuck it in your planner, throw it in your bag, and really just kind of take a week or even 2 weeks to really walk through it. So after you're done doing the pinpoint your values part, the second part is consider your options. So the first part of consider your options is listing your opportunities. It says think small, big, medium, think personal. Ooh, Liam pushed me. Think professional. Dreams, things that seem like there's just no way you'd ever be able to do them, and realities. Okay, that's listing your opportunities. The next part of part 2, hi Bunkin, is listing your core values based on your answers to that first one. So the second part of number 2 wants you to look at number 1, where you pinpointed your values, and choose your core values. Pick the things that you know matter the most to you. Okay, so in number 2, we've listed our opportunities. We've taken our core values from number 1 and put them into number 2, and it gives you room for 5, so you can kind of narrow it down from those 12 questions. And then look at your possibilities and look at your core values, and you want to find the opportunity that best matches your values. Because in order to feel fulfilled doing something, it has to be in alignment with your values. Okay? That might seem kind of basic to a lot of people, but I think it's one of those things that we need to remind ourselves of. Ready, set, go. So that's where you choose your purpose. What is your purpose? And then number 3, guys, I really wanted to flip the camera around to show you this. I'm so sorry. He's sick, so there's only so much we're going to get done here. Number 3 is make room for what you love. So when you've decided what your purpose, your why not for right now, when you've decided what that is, what do you need more or less of in order to pursue and achieve that why not? Don't hit, please. Don't hit. Be gentle. So do you need to maximize or minimize certain things in your life? And this is why I kind of interjected about telling my story. Several of you have said, I can't pursue my why not right now. I work 2 jobs. I'm a single mom. I'm a single parent. I am, taking care of, a sick sibling or a sick parent. I have been there. The whole single parent, multiple jobs, I've done that. I have. And that's where the maximizing and the minimizing thing for me really came into play. I had to maximize every couple of spare minutes that I had. So if I was at the bookstore working and I was on break, I was reading about things that interested me. Driving to and from work, I was listening to podcasts about things that interested me. Reading about productivity, just because that's just my thing. Kind of constantly filling my brain in very tiny chunks. In order to do that, I had to minimize some things to be able to gain those little chunks of time. So that's what number 3 is about, is maximizing and minimizing things in your life to make room for what you love. Okay? And then number 4 over here is filter by purpose. So it says when you're kind of feeling that treading water thing, when what you're doing isn't feeling fulfilling, if you've maybe gotten this great new opportunity and you're trying to decide whether or not it's something you should do, if it kind of fits into your life, there are 4 questions here that it asks you. It's like, look at that opportunity, or look at that feeling you have of feeling really kind of disconnected from your life, and look at your core values again. Do you have core values that this new opportunity aligns with? Or do you have this kind of disconnected feeling because what you are doing, even if it's just in 5 minutes a day, is it not in line with at least one of your core values? If there's this new opportunity, are you really excited about it? Will a new opportunity distract from something else that's important to you? Or does this feeling of disconnectedness and treading water and kind of not having a direction, is that distracting you from other things that are important to you? And then try to follow it down the road. If I don't get out of this treading water feeling, what's going to happen? If I do take this new opportunity, what are the possibilities of things that could happen? Okay, so I realize a lot of this might seem like, well, duh, but every time I start feeling like that, I will gloss over things that are important. Again, that is just me, but that is why I like things like this. Something that is all written out step by step, helps me to go through and really stop and look at things closely and carefully and take my time with it and maybe realign my compass, because I know I'm not feeling fulfilled maybe, and I know, like I said, I was a single mom of 4 kids for a long time and I had 2 jobs. I really felt like that was how things were going to be for the rest of my life. And I loved my job when I worked at the bookstore, loved the people I worked with, loved the job. Didn't want to do it forever. So it just wasn't what I was wired to do forever. And keeping things like this in mind, like, okay, what do I want to see myself doing 5 years down the road, and reminding myself of my core values helped me to push through that and find 3 minutes here, 5 minutes there, to make sure I was doing something, some tiny little thing every day, or pretty much every day, to kind of fill my brain a little bit, to keep me a little bit in touch with the things that I wanted to see myself doing down the road. Does that make sense? So I will put the link for this down below. Liam's trying to climb over the top of the couch, so I'm going to scoot. But I wanted to show you this. The link will be down below. Print it out. If you guys do this and you have questions, or if you do this and you want to share it, I'm going to look into putting forums back up at whatsyourwhynot.com. Otherwise, in the comments for this post, please, by all means, you guys, go nuts. Ask questions, share, help others. Because when you do those kinds of things, you're opening yourself up. Okay, you're kind of expanding your thinking a little bit. So I hope you guys have a fantastic day. I'm going to grab that Kleenex box and go wipe his face for the umpteenth time today. So you guys take it easy, and I will talk to you soon. Okay, thank you so much. Bye-bye.